Glad to have you with us from Allegiant Stadium in Las Vegas. We've got a good one for you on this Wednesday night here on EA Sports College Football. It's the Memphis Tigers and the UNLV Rebels. Along with David Pollack and Jesse Palmer, I'm Reese Davis. Holly Rowe is down on the sideline.
In the desert, Allegiant Stadium is one of the biggest. Las Vegas gets it going for the UNLV Rebels, 65,000 plus. It can even be expanded to hold 72,000 fans. Dan Mullen's got it going. Can they continue to pack it in at UNLV? Back to you.
All right, Holly. Memphis ready to kick it off and get things started. He'll bring it back from inside his 5. He only needs a sliver of daylight. He just about popped that one for a long one, but as it is, he gives his team a lot of momentum with a solid return. The Rebels' offense will be first on the attack. And let's take a look at Jaden Thomas. It is on him. He's their best player to make this offense go.
Well, he's a very special talent at running back, and in the future, it'll be interesting to see if he sticks around. Obviously, it's a long season, a long way to go. He's got a lot of ability. He's got speed, he can break tackles, he can catch the football. No question this year, this guy is going to be the whole key to the offense.
He is, and I tell you what, to watch him this matchup where they're kind of outmatched at most positions, how can he still make an impact on this game? Making guys miss, like doing it by himself, or can his offensive line pave the way a little bit and maybe be neutral to get him some of those matchups? But he is the one guy on this offense that can make life very, very difficult for you, and the other defense knows that. Really curious to watch how this unfolds.
That's what's so scary about this offense. They've got guys in the perimeter that can change the game in one single play, and you saw it right there. Too much speed on the perimeter to create that explosive play.
Big play offense, and it has them threatening now. 1st and 10 from the 25. Tells the run, wants to pass. Makes the grab. That one takes it down to the 13-yard line.
Well, that receiver, he knew he had to get his head turned around quickly. He's running the curl route against zone coverage, but he knows his quarterback is going to be firing that ball into him. It's a rocket pass. He's able to make the catch and get the first.
And the Rebels will have it 1st and 10. In the red area, it's Thomas. Defense right there to stop him in his tracks, and they get nothing on that play.
You got to love the physicality up front by the defense there, allowing only a minimal gain. These are big bodies on the D-line. They eat up blocks, allow the linebackers to run free and make stops.
It'll be 2nd down, and remember, they can pick up a first without scoring. 2nd down to the air. Out wide right, it's Burnett. That completion will take them inside the 10 to the 9-yard line.
Well, this tight end, he's got size and he's got some athleticism, and he's very difficult to cover one-on-one. Defense is going to have their hands full with him today.
Really need to pick up this conversion and avoid having to settle for the field goal. On 3rd and long, he has to throw for it. Left side, it's Thomas. Touchdown, Vegas! Nice catch and good work afterwards to get it into the end zone. You want to talk about a great way to start the game and set the tone early.
It's so nice to have a quarterback just get himself into the game, get himself established. You make a couple throws, you lead your offense down the field, you score right off the bat. Could not have been a better start for that QB.
Getting ready for the extra point after the first score of the game. And he's got the extra point, and it's 7-0 to start this one. So that scoring drive took only 6 plays, and they capped things off with a 9-yard touchdown pass. He'll start the return inside his 5. Didn't find any crease in that kickoff coverage, and he'll be stopped at the 17. So Memphis offense will now get its first chance with the football. And here's the big fella, senior tight end. They'll try to feed him today. And this guy's developed quite nicely as a security blanket for his quarterback. Selling the run, but he wants to throw it. Wasting no time taking a shot. He's got it way down the field. Got the first down with the throw, and he'll get more after taking that shot. It'll be a roughing penalty. I bet it felt good to hit that quarterback late until you got an earful from the coach and cost your defense 15. 3 yards, first down for the offense after that penalty. The run inside. It's Hayden. They get him stopped at the 26, but boy, that was an attitude run, a pickup of 6.
Coaches always harp about staying ahead of the chains, and when you can run with that type of efficiency on first down, man, you are doing just that.
They've got 4 receivers out there, 2 on either side on 2nd and 3. Looking downfield, it's Nolan. Right side, it's Hayden. Bulldozes his way through. They'll spot the ball at the 12 after that completion.
Well, you're trailing into games. Someone's got to make a play. There's an accurate throw by the quarterback, and when you throw it accurately like that, you give your receiver an opportunity to advance the ball. Good, strong running. He's able to break a tackle, and that's an explosive play they need now as they're trying to tie this game up.
Wants to throw one first. Quarterback feeling the pressure, and down he goes at the 22.
Well, the offense trying to stay aggressive, right? You just came up with a huge play, and right away you go back to another pass. But you got to do a better job protecting your quarterback. Can't give up a sack, though.
The Tigers now with a long way to go to pick up the first down. Wants to go up top on 2nd down. Had to throw it before he wanted. Just got rid of that one.
All right, well, if you're the quarterback, you know at this point, this is one of those days that I'm going to have to just strap it up. I'll probably be in an ice bath when the game is over because I'm getting hit a lot. We're only in the first quarter. My accuracy and my timing is going to have to be at a premium.
Already well within field goal range. Wonder how aggressive they'll be on 3rd and long from the 22. Keeping it on the ground inside. It's Hayden. Hit and drop behind the line. He'll lose a yard.
Well, you got to wonder about the play call there. 3rd and long, hoping to catch the defense off guard, napping, but they weren't fooled. They made a play, got the tackle for loss. Now you've got 4th in California.
They've decided to try to go for the field goal here. And he'll need a little distance and to bend it just right. A 41-yarder from the left hash. Nice to have the doink work in your favor every now and then. Off the left upright and through. And with those 3 points, we'll finish off the first quarter. We've reached the break, and UNLV is on top. And we've come to the end of one. And let's take a quick moment to catch up on the stats. Heading in the opposite directions now as we crank it up in the second. And no chance at a return here. They'll start this drive at their own 25. First play of the period, first down here. Caught in the backfield, it's Burnett. He's down right there, short gain on the grab.
I like this tight end. He does a really nice job on his route running. He's been beating man coverage. He can find the soft spots and zones. You got to get him involved.
Short pickup of 4 on first down, dealing with a 2nd and 6. Rid of it on the RPO. He'll be dragged to the ground, but it'll be a first down.
It must be nice for this quarterback knowing he's got this type of athlete playing the tight end position that can work the middle of the field for him. He's a guy who can stretch it vertically as well, but this is a guy the QB will look for early and often in this game.
The offense lines up at the 40. They've got a first down. Out wide left, it's Walker. Could not make his way to the corner.
I love this defense's ability to fight off blocks and rally to the football. They do such a great job pursuing that wide receiver screen to only allow a minimal gain and no first down.
Just barely picked up a yard with that last completion. It's 2nd and 9. They want to throw it. Fires to the tight end. He almost picked up the first down on that one, but he'll be just a little bit short.
Well, a nice completion there, finding the tight end. And what's so beautiful about that is while they didn't get the first, they were able to pick up enough yards now to make the third down manageable, really putting this offense in a good position.
Just this side of midfield, the defense trying to rise up on 3rd and short from the 49. Trying to slip through and pick it up. Just nowhere to go against this defense to find that single yard he needed on 3rd down.
Well, 3rd and short on their own side of the field. They try to run and get it, but just not physical enough up front. Now it sets up 4th down.
The Rebels will try to pin them back with the punt. They'll boot it into the night sky for the first time. Fair catch is signaled for and made. They'll mark it at the 12, and they'll start in a bit of a hole. They've got a little time here to put together a productive drive late in the half. To the air, it's Nolan. Got out of trouble and throws. Lucky to get it off.
Nothing the receiver could have done on that play, guys. You're not expecting the ball to be thrown behind you like that, especially in the quick game.
They'll need a bunch on 2nd down. On play action. He's going for the big play. And it slips through his fingers, incomplete. That would have been a huge gain if he could have squeezed it.
Man, if you're going to win games, you have got to hit on the home run type plays, and that was a great opportunity right there. The receiver has got to be able to look that football in and make the catch.
Need 10 yards on this 3rd down, and they're backed up inside their own 20. From the gun, wants to pass. Going back to the well, another deep ball. Fires into traffic, it's picked off.
And what a play by the defender. He's on an island all by himself in cover 1 man coverage. Just him and the wide out, and he ends up winning, coming up with a big INT.
Let's see if they can get something going here late in the half. Quick give, it's Thomas. And a nice run there before the defense finally makes a stop. We've reached the 2-minute timeout. We've got a tight one, and they'll try to build on the lead before going to the locker room.
It's got to feel good as an offense knowing that early in the drive you can turn around, hand it off, get a push up front, and go get positive yardage.
Red pass, it's complete. He's really close to that first down marker, but they stop him just a bit short.
On defense, man, it helps you a lot when you can be a linebacker or a corner or safety, anybody, and you see the QB throw the football. Now I can break on the football right away and limit gains like right here on this play.
Powers inside. He'll be stopped short. It'll bring up 4th down as this defense makes a play. The Tigers will call a timeout. That's their first. Gives them a little time to dig deep in the play sheet and figure out what to do on 4th down. It's wise not to be too greedy, and they'll go ahead and send out the field goal unit. Never a doubt. Right down the middle. Now up by 7 points here in the 2nd.
Well, they were able to get a field goal and put 3 points up on the board after getting that interception. You would have liked to have seen the offense do a little bit more with that possession and give themselves an opportunity to score a touchdown. But listen, teams will take 3 points any way they can get it.
And it'll come out to the 25. No attempt at a return. They take over late in the half, enough time to put together a drive. To the air, it's Nolan. And he's all bottled up, and now it's worse. The ball's loose. He picks up the fumble, but they'll blow it dead right there. And remember, at this stage of the game, the only person who can advance a fumble for the offense is the fumbler. They come to the line, hoping to get some of that yardage back from the 17. Second down, gonna throw it. Under pressure, and he gets it away.
And that's back-to-back plays that are not good for this offense. I mean, you've got to protect your main man. Your quarterback has to be upright to make decisions, to make big plays. Sacked on first down and a quarterback hit on second down. Got to do a better job.
Not exactly the ideal situation for this offense. Third and long, backed up inside their 20. Looking downfield, and he needs a bunch. Had to force that one.
Third and long situations are really hard to convert. The defense knows it's going to be passed. The pass rushers are getting upfield. You're under pressure. You don't have timing. And as a result now, fourth down.
Memphis will send the punt team onto the field. Doesn't say much for your drive when you're looking forward to the punt. Not a lot of room to make this catch. The pursuit and coverage was there, and they swarmed him under for no gain. They can rely on this guy to pick up solid yardage when they need it, and he's out to the 43. Now we get a timeout taken by the Rebels. That's their first. They'll have 2 left to work with before the half. Right back to the well. They were all over it.
You just need more from your offensive line. Second and short like that, you'd love to be able to fire off the ball and pick that up running it, but the defense was able to get penetration. They were able to get a stop, and now you set up third down, and this offensive line is going to have to play a lot better here.
Ball is at the 42-yard line, close to 4-down territory. Here's third and short. Snagged on the outside, it's Walker. They mark him out of bounds at the 42, and they're on the move.
And third down is money down. I got to have guys that come up big, and really nice job of understanding where I'm out on the field to make sure I keep that foot in bounds and get the big first down.
The Rebels have it with a 1st and 10. Fresh center downs going to the air. Look out! Just had to get rid of that one. Good job to avoid the loss.
And finally, this quarterback looks human for one play. He has been lights out up to this point. Very accurate, making good decisions in a beautiful rhythm, and finally throws his first incompletion of the game.
Time dwindling away as they try to put points on the board right before the half. And back to the air on second down. That pressure got to him, and he just had to chuck it out of bounds. Third and long right here. From the gun, wants to pass. Unloads to the wideout. He can't find his man, and the clock stops with 6 seconds left.
Every defense in the country talks about getting offenses in predictable third and long situations where I can bring on more speedsters, and I know the pass is coming so I can have more success.
And the Rebels decide to punt it away. This will be the second time they've had to kick it away. They call it a coffin corner kick for a reason, and you really can't do it any better than that. He puts that thing out of bounds right around the goal line. From the gun, it's Hayden. He'll be brought down, and that's the final play of the half. We've played 2 quarters here. Time to go to Kevin Connors in our halftime update.
right, guys, a delightful first 2 quarters of football there today in Vegas. This offense just continues to find a way to make big plays. No death by 1,000 cuts today. They are consistently gaining chunks of yardage, and it's reflected there on the scoreboard. And with that, let's send it back to the fellas inside Allegiant Stadium.
And the Rebels will kick it off to start the second half. On the move from inside his 5. Not a lot of space to be found. Good hustle by the coverage team, and they stop him at the 21. Here comes the Memphis offense to start this drive. They start this third quarter, 1-possession game, and hoping to get an early drive going.
This offense is ready, and they're ready to take the field here and see if they can get something established. They don't have to change everything and reinvent the wheel. They've had some successes in the first half, so let's get that continued here on the opening drive.
Yeah, and I love getting that break at half to go talk with my coaches and pick my offensive coordinator's brain so I know exactly what I need to do to attack this defense, and I get ball first.
Straight ahead, it's Hayden. Turning it on! Stopped him at the 41, but that's a big pickup of 15.
You're down. Obviously, at the half, you had a conversation. We got to come out and put points on the board. And, Jesse, it looks like they're going to start with the ground game.
And I love this, David, too. Regardless of whether they're losing or they're winning, come out here and try to be the most physical unit here in the second half. Get this run game established.
Off play action on first down. Pressure is on the way, and the pressure has arrived, and down he goes at the 30.
I personally love aggressive defense. I love it. Bringing the strong safety down, blitzing that sucker in there to get the quarterback. Boom. Get that guy on the ground. Nice aggressive play call by the defense.
And the Tigers trying to find their way forward after the big loss on the last play. Moves the pocket. It's Nolan. Out wide right, it's Brown. And he's able to shed one tackle and gets a pretty good pickup.
Now, I think this receiver's forte is his route running. He's a guy that can line up all over the field, but it's not just catching post routes and goes. This guy can run shallows, he can run slants, he can run the option routes and find soft spots in the defense. This guy really has all the routes in his toolbox.
On third and long, he'll have to turn it loose deep. He's taking the shot. And this is dropped. Incomplete pass. He had a huge gain in his fingers, and he couldn't hold on.
And you thought maybe in this second half this offense could just find a rhythm, find something to take advantage of this defense, but the defense has really had their number, not putting up a lot of points, and again, an empty possession right there.
They boot it away. On the return. They'll get him down at the 21-yard line. The coverage team able to stop him right there. Rebels offense is back on the field. They haven't really been able to light up this scoreboard, but putting points up would be huge here. Hit and brought down right at the line of scrimmage.
Defense came into this one prepared for these quick receiver screen passes. Nice job beating blocks at the point of attack and rallying to the football.
Second and long here. Pulls it on the option. They'll give him 3 yards on the play. It's 3rd and 7.
Really nice job by the defense that time, stopping the option. Everyone accounted for it. You saw the quarterback. He was holding it. He was running wider and wider out to the perimeter of the field. But this defense has really good speed. But they made that play because everybody was on the same page. Nice job.
On 3rd and long, he's going to have to throw for it. He's got it. Building momentum, picking up a chunk of yardage, moving the chains out to the 34.
And that's a huge third down conversion by the offense there. It's 3rd and long. You've got to lead, not by a lot. Quarterback, though, very poised. Reads the coverage, throws it in rhythm, and you stay on the field.
Drops back on first down. Fires quickly. And he got 5 yards on the play, 2nd and 5 coming.
This quarterback right now is in a groove, and he's doing a nice job in pre-snap. He's reading the coverage, and he's getting an idea of where he wants to go with the football. That's why the ball's coming out of his hands so quickly, and that's why he seems like he's in a great rhythm right now.
Picked up 5 on that last pass play. Now it's 2nd and 5. They'll send the tight end in motion. With the draw, it's Thomas. Tackled at the 45 after a 5-yard pickup.
Well, I love the job by the offensive line, getting a good push there on 2nd down, and you see guys bleeding into the second level of the defense, getting a hat-on-hat to go get that first.
As they get set to snap it, time winding down here in the quarter. Might as well run him until they stop him. He's got it again. And they'll drag him down. That's likely the last play of the 3rd quarter. Guys, that's the end of the quarter, and UNLV has the edge. They've done the work to build a nice cushion. Now to bring it home as we check out the stats after 3 quarters. One more period to go to see who can make the winning plays and come home with the victory. So the final period starts with a 2nd down play. Kept the last one on the ground, now they'll throw. Caught. And they reacted well to the completion, but it was too late to keep them from getting the first down.
I think most offenses around the country in a situation like this with the lead late would be trying to run the football, right, or throw it short and try to bleed the clock. But this offense, man, it's still pedal to the metal. They're looking for chunk play opportunities.
Breaks into the open. They are on the move down to the 32, and they pick up another first down.
Really impressed with the running back. His stats haven't been great, right? Every yard has been hard to come by, but these are some of the best runs we've seen in the game by him, and it's happening at the most important time here in the 4th quarter.
The Rebels pounded the rock to move the sticks, now back to work. Keeps it himself. The offense coughs it up, and they were on the move. They recover their own fumble. How in the world did the offense avoid that disaster?
Man, those are backbreakers. Defensively, you get so excited. You force the fumble, I'm going to get a turnover, and the offense falls on the football.
Clock continues to run, and they'll be happy to wind it all the way down before they snap it. They'll try to keep this clock moving on the ground. Got him right there.
That's a really good stop by the defense. Jesse, they need a few more. You've given up a bunch of yards on this drive and a bunch of plays, but all that matters is keeping them off the scoreboard.
Yeah, it's that bend, don't break mentality you're seeing right now, and this is the point where this defense has just got to lock in.
Certain moments in the game you know are just a little bit bigger. Here's one of them. Big play coming on 3rd and long. Rush right in his face. And he's sacked. Great work there by this defense. Memphis calling for a timeout, their first of 3. They still have a couple of timeouts to work with in this final quarter. The Rebels will line up to punt it away. Able to keep them from getting a return, and the ball goes out of bounds. They're going to mark it right around the 20. Memphis has the ball back, and the offense ready to go to work. They got the stop they needed. Now can the offense pay it off and tie this game up late? And he left the first defender grabbing at air before he was finally tackled.
Well, the defense is on their heels right now. They're going to have to find a way to stop this guy. When he's got a head of steam, boy, he is hard to bring down.
With a first down, they'll snap it from the 32. Dropping back, it's Nolan. Rushes on. Turns it upfield. Breaks a tackle, and he might have room. Found a bunch of room and got it to the 44-yard line. We've reached the 2-minute timeout, and time is of the essence for this offense to get things done.
Well, we always talk about the importance on defensive tackling. This secondary, they're going to have to really play with great effort and do a better job tackling these wideouts.
Most important part of a clutch drive, piece together some first downs, get in position, and here they are on 1st and 10. Got his man downfield. There he goes. And he's chased out of bounds, but not before he gets the first down, stops the clock, and has them on the move trying to get the late score.
Well, this offense is showing you it doesn't take a lot of time for them to generate explosive plays through the air. Big completion on the previous play. They take another shot and hit it, and they have completely flipped the field.
The keeper on the option. He'll be hauled down just inside the 10 at the 9 as they're trying to turn this into a score.
Yeah, and it's a nice job by this defense understanding, listen, that QB is a threat, and they're going to run all kinds of options, and he's going to run the football. They were dialed in and got that sucker to the ground.
Going to work in the red zone, they can't pick up the first down without getting it into the end zone. 2nd down, going to throw it. Caught. They've got it down to the 3-yard line. Really well done on that throw and catch.
And that is perfect job by this defense. Like, you can give up those little small gains all the way down the field. The clock is your friend. You don't want to give up big plays. Don't want to give up those first downs and just make that clock run.
Not a lot of ground to cover and not much to defend. A big 3rd down in the red zone. They'll make the stop about a yard short of the first down. This late in the game, there's really no question about it. To have any chance to tie this thing up, they have to convert here on 4th down. Into the end zone for a touchdown, and now just 1 point away from a tie.
Man, great execution. That is how it's done late in the football game. Now, all you need is that extra point. Bring the kicker out there. This is what you do. Just like practice, knock it through the uprights, tie this football game, and we might be looking at overtime soon.
They just need the extra point to deadlock this game. And that extra point was good, and we are deadlocked here in the 4th. So it's an 80-yard drive, and they've got it locked up in the final minute after the touchdown and extra point. Looking for an alley from inside his own 10. Just able to get out to the 18-yard line on the return before he's stopped. They'll start this drive from the 18-yard line. Snap on 1st down, wants to throw. Right side, it's Walker. Finds enough room to get it to the 21 before going out of bounds.
I love the anticipation on that throw by the QB on the out route. You got to throw it before the receiver comes out of his break. Nice work.
A lot of ground to cover, and they need a chunk here on 2nd down. Wants to pass, and he's got to make a play. Working the middle. They've got it to the 49-yard line, and they'll move the chains. Offense will use a timeout with 28 ticks remaining. And the Rebels come to the line on the heels of that big pass play. Fresh set of downs going up top. Fires to the wideout. Connection to the right. And this defense is a half a beat behind. They just can't quite keep up. They've got it down to the 21.
Really nice job responding by the offense here. They watched the opponent go down the field and score a touchdown on that last drive, and you can see the quarterback there in the commercial break. He's telling his guys, let's go. We're going to go get this one. Everybody lock in. And that's what you're seeing on this drive. Doing a really, really nice job. They look confident. They're trying to score a touchdown themselves.
They'll get the timeout with 5 seconds remaining to play. And for the 2nd time tonight, they'll trot out the field goal kicker. And this game will be decided right here with this kick. He seconds.
It is a nerve-wracking feeling as a football player when the game comes down to your kicker. And he has to come through, and Palmer, he comes through with flying colors.
And you know in college football, no field goal is automatic. But there's no college kicker situation here. He drills that right through the uprights, and David, it looks like his team's getting the dub.
From inside his own 10, he'll try to help out their field position. Really disciplined job by the coverage unit to get down there and make the stop